Just when the web believed the Jada Chiefs and Ari Fletcher saga had finally hit its ceiling, a fresh detonation ripped through everything. And this time it dragged Young Miami violently into the eye of the hurricane. Newly surfaced footage allegedly shows Lil Baby, Ari Fletcher, and Young Miami tangled in a private encounter. It wasn't just Ari crossing invisible lines. Young Miami, too, was moving quietly behind Jada while the fallout spiraled. Ari vowed to answer Jada's accusation. Whispers on the street say she may have dropped the footage herself to prove she isn't standing alone in this mess. And if that still wasn't enough madness, the internet did what it always does. It excavated buried receipts. A resurfaced clip from Ari's visit on Kershaw Please 2 years back is circulating again, with crowds insisting she basically admitted she'd risk almost anything when the money felt right then.
Take a shot if you willing to get it on for some money. I was just
ain't never been that serious. You know, it's one
how
thing.
How much money?
You scared shit on?
Hey, how much money?
Girl, you
not. Be quiet. If a come up to you, right?
I'm not shit, baby. But not I'm not letting shit.
Now Jada's revelation appears to have ignited a domino effect, even though Ari still hasn't confirmed or denied Jada's claims. Now with the resurfaced interview and the leaked footage, the question is no longer what's real. It's how much more is waiting to spill, and believe me, the saga is nowhere near finished. Fletcher has recently stayed under the spotlight after her former friend Jada Chiefs accused her of shattering girl code by allegedly being intimate with her child's father, Lil Baby. While Ari has never publicly confirmed or denied the allegation, a leaked clip that has since gone viral may have finally validated her words, and that Young Miami too has always been woven into the chaos. While there were always murmurs of Ari linking up with Lil Baby, nobody imagined Young Miami was part of the inner circle until Jada triggered a chain reaction when she finally exposed the long-whispered connection between her former friend Ari and her baby daddy Lil Baby during a recent TikTok live stream where she was only attempting to promote her skincare brand.
Them rumors are true. No shade. That's been going on. That's been a thing. But I don't want to talk about that. Like, literally, let's not talk.
Jada didn't spell it out in graphic detail. She didn't have to. That single confirmation was enough to snap public opinion in half overnight. In a matter of hours, Jada, once dismissed as jealous or bitter, was suddenly looking vindicated in real time. And what made it sting even more? She made it clear this wasn't idle chatter. She strongly suggested this had been happening while Ari was still smiling in her face as a so-called friend. And y'all, the internet wasted no time turning on Ari. For years, Ari Fletcher has divided the timeline, praised by some, dragged by others. But this backlash hit different. This wasn't just shade, it was a full excavation. Fans weren't only criticizing her, they were pulling receipts. Old accusations resurfaced. Archived interviews were clipped. And one specific moment from Young Miami's podcast out of Croatia began circulating again. In that clip, Ari made remarks that people are now hearing through a very different lens, with some viewers insisting she implied she'd degrade herself completely if the money justified it, even with receipt after receipt piling up. Ari never directly addressed Jada's claim. No denial, no confirmation, just silence. And that silence only deepened the mystery. Was she really going to let the internet tear her apart alone? Or was someone else about to be dragged into the fire? Then the leaked footage surfaced. And to many fans' shock, it suddenly became obvious that Ari wasn't the only woman tied to Lil Baby in this chaos. Young Miami entered the conversation, and social media went into full meltdown. Not gonna lie, for a lot of people the shock wasn't just the footage, it was who appeared in it. Young Miami had never been publicly connected to Lil Baby like that. No loud rumors. No obvious hints. And that's exactly why the backlash slammed her so hard. And let's not forget, Young Miami had just begun repairing her public image after months of non-stop controversy surrounding her highly scrutinized relationship with Diddy, his scandals, resurfaced clips, and relentless public judgment. And after that storm, Miami went quiet. She unfollowed Diddy. She stopped responding. She appeared to be moving forward, and Ari stood firmly beside her through that entire period, while whispers had long suggested Ari was sneaking behind Jada's back with Lil Baby. Fans never imagined that Ari and Miami had allegedly been playing both sides all along. Not gonna lie, people had always side-eyed their playful tweets, flirty exchanges, on-camera kisses, and interviews. Fans are now desperately trying to connect. Suddenly, those moments don't feel random anymore. Internet detectives resurfaced clips of Ari and Young Miami talking about boundaries, money, and bedroom topics on podcasts and live streams. Things that once sounded like jokes are now being treated as warnings. But while everyone was still busy digging, another question emerged from the leaked footage itself. Was it leaked on purpose? Words on the street suggest Ari may have dropped it intentionally to shift attention away from herself after Jada's allegation. After all, only 3 people were in that video. Meanwhile, others believe the leak could have come from someone completely outside the trio. The truth is, no matter who released it, the outcome didn't change. Now that Ari and Miami are trending for all the wrong reasons, Jada Chiefs has mostly stayed silent after lighting the fuse. And while many once believed Jada was the problem, public opinion has clearly shifted. So it wasn't shocking when fans began sending her apologies, saying Ari and Miami crossed an unforgivable line by sleeping with their friend's baby daddy while still pretending to be loyal. As for Lil Baby, the common denominator. He initially reacted to Jada's allegation about Ari in the most Lil Baby way possible, without saying a word. He posted a photo of Jada on his Instagram story with just 4 letters, CBFW. Many quickly read it as "can't be with," interpreting it as subtle support for his ex. That single post set social media on fire. He didn't argue, didn't explain, didn't feed the drama, but the message landed. No matter how complicated their history, when it counted, he didn't publicly turn his back on Jada. After that moment faded, the silence returned. For this latest wave of drama, Lil Baby has said absolutely nothing. No statement, no clarification, no denial. And that silence has only intensified the criticism. Fans accuse him of letting women absorb the fallout while he stays untouched. Whether intentional or not, his absence has become part of the controversy, and as if things weren't already layered, fans also reopened Ari Fletcher's messy history with Moneybagg Yo. Their on-again, off-again relationship has played out in public for years. Cheating claims, emotional interviews, cryptic posts, and dramatic reunions. While Moneybagg has admitted to cheating before, Ari hasn't escaped similar accusations. Despite their relationship, she's been linked to multiple flings. Her rumored involvement with Offset, while he was still married to Cardi B, even led Cardi to alert Moneybagg directly. Ari was also accused of cheating years ago by Ra Ali, who claimed in a now-deleted post, "With all the facts laid out, I'll say this. Ari has been my ex for the past 9 to 10 months. He alleged her happiness online was an illusion, saying anytime she wasn't chasing Bag for attention, she was getting it elsewhere, and that tension fueled both passion and resentment, despite repeated allegations, sometimes backed by receipts. Moneybagg chose to stay. And critics argue that Ari's involvement with her former friend's baby daddy fits a pattern she doesn't seem eager to break. For young Miami, insiders say the backlash has hit her harder than even the Diddy trolling. While she hasn't publicly broken down, her silence, social media withdrawal, and disappearance have convinced many this scandal cut deep. She was just emerging from one public collapse, and now this. Fans see it as collateral damage from a war she didn't start, but couldn't avoid. What began with Jada Chiefs has now snowballed into one of the messiest celebrity sagas of the year. And the biggest takeaway? This story is nowhere near finished. While suspicions around Ari and Lil Baby always existed, nobody saw the young Miami angle coming until the receipts dropped. This saga proves how fast narratives flip, how old clips become weapons, and how silence can scream louder than words. The internet is watching. The receipts are loading. And with every new clip, message, or statement, this entire story could flip again. So now we want to hear from you. Do you think the leak was intentional? Was young Miami unfairly pulled into it? And did Jada